This button. There.
Oh, okay. Okay, so today we are on a mission, and hopefully there will be many of these, of us going out and trying to find the best guitar in Nashville. Let's go. Okay, so today we are going over to one of the newest guitar stores and best guitar stores already in Nashville of high voltage guitars. Now, this place is ran and operated by my buddy Zach, but my idea for this series is that we're gonna go to all the guitar stores. We're gonna go to Carter's, we're gonna go to Grooves, we're gonna go to Rumble, we're gonna go to Tone Central Station. There's so many cool guitar shops here, guitareffectspedals.com, all this kind of stuff, and we're gonna find the best guitar in the shop. So we're gonna go play a bunch of stuff, check it all out. This is why going to actual guitar stores, trying out guitars for yourself is so exciting, because you never know what you're gonna find. Also, if you guys would, do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. It really does help the channel out a bunch. I'm just a big old guitar nerd, so if you want to check out more videos like this, I have a bunch of them on the way. And I think we're gonna head on over to High Voltage, and also Black Friday, new 80s core. So anyways, I'm gonna finish packing up, and then let's hit the road. What's up, Mr. Zach?
Hi, Robert.
Of High Voltage and Mythos Pedals.
And so many things.
I'm here to find the best guitar in Nashville.
Okay, well, we've got some prime candidates.
All right, let's get it. So what do we have going on here? Because the cool thing of why I wanted to start here was you guys carry a lot of brands that you don't normally find.
Right.
It's not just Fender, Gibson, the usual stuff.
Yeah, that was the whole thought behind this really expensive experiment.
But those are the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the best ones.
No risk, no reward. So yeah, we wanted to have stuff that you can't get everywhere in town, and some things really you can't get anywhere in the country. The Castedosa, we just have the one at the moment. Baritone, Novo, Fano, Rock and Roll Relics, and then Frank Brothers, which were only one of 2 dealers in the country that even have those. So all the guitars are really cool and curated by us. Most all of the ones on this wall we spec'd out, and then the amps, like 2 Rock divided by only Z dealer in the state.
Yeah.
So just really kind of a no-brainer, I think.
It's kind of cool, and just from us talking, off camera and stuff, you guys are super hands-on with the guitars.
Yeah. That
you are speccing. You're speccing them out.
Yes.
The majority of the time.
For the most part, unless there's something really cool that's ready to go from brands, which they do that. We're saying what we want and putting all the touches on it, so it really feels like a cohesive thought.
We'll play them all here in just a second, but do you have we'll say 2 of your favorites? Because I'm going to pick 2, and then we'll see at the end if those 2 make it.
Sure. So 2 of my current favorites in the shop right now are this Miris from Novo. There's just something about this guitar, the Miris model, that is so musical and fun and easy to play.
They sound phenomenal.
They do. And this
P90s,
Mastery, it's simple. The new ones have a contoured back. They're really comfortable. And then the other one that's kind of blowing me away, it's going to get me in trouble, is this Frank Brothers.
Okay. So, I haven't played any of these.
Right. This is the arcade one in nicotine white with tortoiseshell appointments, and it's just phenomenal. The neck profile, everything about it.
So where are these made? I've never even heard of these before.
These are made in Toronto, Canada, and we're only one of 2 dealers in the country to have them. And this one, I don't know what they did. I don't know if it's this trapeze bridge or something, but every note just rings. It doesn't matter which note you're playing. They just all sustain and ring perfectly and beautifully.
It's still going.
I know, it's wild. And you plug it into an amp and it just sings.
And then if I had to pick, just looking at them,
Sure.
I don't think I've played this one plugged in yet. That Rock and Roll Relic.
Yes.
And then the one I have played, and I'm curious if it's gonna hold up as my favorite in the shop, is this one, the Castedosa. So
Yes, the Conchers Baritone.
it's kind of mind blowing.
It is.
I don't know how to it seems like it's being oversold, but it really is. It's a baritone, and it just makes you play differently.
It does. These guitars admittedly have a lot of hype to them.
Oh, do they? Because I had never heard of them until Matthew.
Yes. Yeah, they definitely do. There's a lot of conversation, a lot of people talking about these online, but it's well deserved because the moment you play it, it's a relatively simple looking guitar, but
Sometimes that's what you need.
it is, and it's incredibly well made. They voice these pickups specifically for the baritone, and it plays like a guitar, but it's 27-inch scale, so a little bit longer, but it just doesn't. Some guitars you can't get around on them, and this one you just can't.
I've played now 3 of these, and this one in particular is very special. I posted a picture on Instagram, this is going to be somebody's secret weapon guitar.
Yeah.
Guaranteed they're going to pull it out on a session or gig, and it'll make heads turn as soon as you plug into it.
Yeah. You want to adjust it?
How did you, that distortion?
This button. There.
Oh, okay. That was really good.
Yeah.
So what was this model called?
That's called the Arcade 1.
The Arcade 1.
Yes.
Man, and Frank Brothers? This one. It almost starts to feed back into itself. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really good. That is cool. So what? Here, you play this one because this was your pick. But that thing really, I like the way it grabs the notes.
Yeah, it just has the. Even without
any
vibrato.
Yeah.
Just any.
That's cool. What are the pickups in it?
So these are their own stock proprietary pickups, wound for them, and they are just a vintage inspired sort of thing.
PAFE.
Yeah, I'm unsure if they're potted. It doesn't feel like they are, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But it just has that sort of.
They're not noisy. Or anything.
But. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so I forgot earlier to mention this is the amp we're going to play through, and I will say that this is my favorite to rock.
Yeah.
Of all of them. It's so good.
I think the Bloomfield is if you could only have one, you know, it's kind of the one to do most things that the majority of players will need. Basically, it's a clean platform when you have the lead channel off, but everything cascades into each other so you can get the breakup. It doesn't get completely oversaturated, but you can engage the lead channel. All of this will feed into this. You get an additional master volume so you can balance it out, so you don't have to overwhelm your sound. And then you can actually bypass the tone knobs and get a little bit more saturation and crunch, and then use any combination thereof. It's so versatile because at the root of it is just a really powerful, really incredible clean sounding amp that will break up, and then you can saturate it as much as you need.
So we'll talk about the 40th anniversary PRSs. They just popped 2 of them right now.
Uh-oh.
We don't carry those.
Sweet. Okay. What's up, dudes?
Okay, so this is Matthew. So what me and Zach did is we picked out 2 of our favorite guitars in the shop. Because we're trying to find the best guitar in Nashville, going to each shop. And we were just playing this one that Zach picked, which is an awesome guitar.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. So is that the first one we've shown off so far?
That's the first one we've shown off and played.
Okay.
So what would your 2 be?
I mean, you know which one I'm going for.
It's probably the same one that I picked.
We're going Dosa right
Yeah.
now. You know, so I own one of these models, and you know,
you're the whole reason I know about the brand.
And you know, the one I have is the exact same thing, just a different color, and I just think this is like a category unto itself. It's a baritone, but it's so much more than that. With the mini humbuckers that are wound by hand by Stephanie Lopez, Carlos's wife from Castedosa, and they do everything themselves. And it's definitely one of those guitars that's a sum of its parts kind of thing. You know, it's like you kind of have to play it to kind of understand what's happening here. But it's magical, and it has tons of tones and tons of songs.
So that's your first pick.
Yes.
What is numero 2, as if you can get around all the tripods everywhere.
I don't know if I want to steal whichever other one Zach's going to do. So let's see here. I'm going to go with... I have to. I'm sorry.
That's the one Zach picked. Is it?
Did you pick this one?
He did pick this one.
Well, I'll pick a different one, but you could leave this in.
No, keep it in there.
It's so good. It's like, it's a nice reminder, you know, obviously I'm very intimate with the Novo guitar experience, and this was the newest one for 2024, the revamp of the Miris, and I just think it's an absolute home run. It's such a unique guitar because you pick it up and there's not necessarily like a genre of music or a style that you would say, well, this is what I'm going to play when I touch this. So it really brings out your playing and your style, because I've heard players play so differently on these things, and the latest version is just amazing.
Yeah, well, I think that's interesting that you both picked that one, not knowing that you didn't know what Zach picked.
Nope, had no clue.
It says a lot about that particular guitar, then. That
you know, it's like I say, there's like this one got me all messed up.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Matthew.
Sweet.
All right, so this is the one that I've been hyping up. Is this a particular model?
That is the Conchers Baritone.
Conchers?
Conchers.
Be able to say that one. I mean, immediately, like as soon as you plug it in. I love that it's a 5-way switch too. Like, it's like anything could be a riff. Yeah. Like the second you start playing it, literally, you play like 2 notes, and you're like, that's a riff. Seen many baritones with a trim system either.
No.
This is like awesome. Here. What do you play on?
I'm not any good at this.
I like hearing a guitar through two different players' hands because,
yeah.
like I said before, I just feel like your hands sound really good, and just so different from mine. Mine are so clunky and.
I'm clunky in a different. My left hand is real clunky. This guitar is like, to me, it's a guitar you'd want to play with your fingers. Like
Yeah.
I don't really want to use a pick.
It's like two different worlds almost.
Yeah, because if you use your finger, it sounds more like a bass almost. You know, that sort of thing.
I like it. To me, it's really, as I stutter 50 times, it's really interesting to feel two of essentially the same tremolo.
Yeah.
With the arm, like, I can't get over what a difference the arm makes. I mean, that feels really good and smooth, but that Novo is like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild.
And it's funny because you see that on paper and you see the write-up about it being the specific feel, and you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then you actually
Right.
feel it, and you're like, oh, no, there is something to it, because I think having all the bends, because this feels how you would expect
It's
a
more
jazz
a
master.
traditional like jazz master tremolo.
Yeah, and then that one just has a total different thing. But
Yeah.
these are guitars that I think a lot of people might go, I don't know, and then the moment you play it, you just immediately get it.
I've never used one of these.
You never use a mastering? Or
I've used a but this particular bar.
So, yeah, that's specific to that. That's specific to Novo.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, they call it the lightning arm.
This feels really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like a Bigsby and a Jazz Master, like, trim put together in one. It's so smooth.
Yeah, it kind of changes. It changes the fulcrum point.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like so it
Of
changes
this?
how you're kind of interacting with the tremolo itself.
That's cool. It gives you such a wide, like a Strat is kind of like narrow
Yeah.
sounding, and this is cool. Oh my god. Trying to play that. It's such a vibey guitar.
It is.
I love guitars that have personality, and that one
It
really does.
It's got just.
not moving much. I mean...
No, it's very sensitive.
Yeah.
And you can go.
Oh, it's got up.
It got ups.
Got up.
But I mean,
joy.
that's altogether like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're playing big, clean chords, and if you had a lot of reverb or something on, you can create almost like a pad effect.
Yeah.
By being able to pull up, because like on a Bigsby you can, and on a Strat you can, but it doesn't feel like this.
Mm-hmm.
This has like a very specific feel and control to it.
Yeah. Hey gang, me from the future here with a real quick question for you guys watching this. So with videos like this, they tend to be longer videos, but even at that, I'm still going to cut out a bunch of guitars that we played, different stuff throughout the day that we did, and would you like to see all of it? Would you like to see this particular series be pretty dang long, hour-long episodes maybe? This is probably going to be about 20-30 minutes, so let me know if you would just like to see everything. Play all the guitars, not just 4 or 5 of them, but like show you all the guitars that we played and talked about. So anyways, back to the video.
I play in like 3 keys, so everything I play at least will be consistent. It's just a guitar, you want to go. It just has that sort of vibe. It's so light.
I know. I'm a sucker for sparkle. I love that they didn't put a P90 in it. It's just is it an actual Tron or
it's
something?
This is a Mojo Tone Filtertron. So it is a straight up Filtertron of what ilk I don't know.
Right, but it's an actual Tron, not a
it's
fancy
not
cover.
Yeah, it is. It is made like a classic Filtertron, and it just sounds Malcolm Youngish.
Yeah. And this was the first rock and roll relic I've ever played.
Yeah,
I'd heard about them for years, and I mean, obviously they make stuff that would be right up my alley to play, but right away I'm like, oh, the neck on this thing is...
It's got the 50s, like
big old...
big neck.
Kind of wrestling with it when you play it.
Yeah.
In a good way, though.
It's not unbearable. But I think the thing that I think is so cool about this one is just like the double cut.
Yeah.
Because it's got a total like Ace sort of look.
It does just hang on to notes. Yeah, this thing's cool. It's so light.
It's not as aggressive as you would think it'd be.
No, Filterron just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Okay, and I got one more honorable mention that we got to check out, and then we will, reveal the winner. So I played this one last time I was in here, but only unplugged. And I like how I played it for a minute and I sat it down, and then while Zach's talking to someone else, he walks over and hands it. I'm like, don't hand me this guitar. So this is an actual vintage.
Yes, the 1967 Coronado II.
Yeah, Coronado IIs. And if you don't, I don't know a lot about them, but obviously this is like CBS era Fender, but definitely a cool one that I don't think they didn't make them very long, did they?
Just a couple of years. And it's interesting. Two, I think, means two pickup.
Yeah.
And just a quirky, weird, hollow.
All right. Yeah. Now we're going. So I'm gonna grab the winner. The best guitar. But that, what was that? Frank
Brothers.
The Frank Brothers. I think that thing would be like the runner-up for me. And this thing, man, I am just so blown away with these. And I think that's why, like I said, what you guys did with the shop is cool, because where else do you try this stuff out at? You know?
There's a few other dealers around to check them out. But the thing about all these guitars, I mean, pretty much everything we have, it's like everybody's going to put their unique spin on it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just something as simple as the aesthetic. Sometimes that's all you really need to make it like speak to you.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I saw the triple mini humbuckers, it reminded me of, I've said it before, but like Schecter made a guitar way back when they were doing like the USA, the Hellcat, and I've always liked those. So that's like immediately I was like, this is interesting. And then you play it, I'm like, oh, it's a baritone. It's all these other things. So, and are they pretty small?
So it's a really small team. It's Carlos and his wife Stephanie winds the pickups, and yeah, I think it's just like in the shop is like behind his house.
Oh, so like super small. Like, it's like 2-3 people.
So Carlos, he was a master builder at the Fender Custom Shop.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains why he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and so he, went out on his own. And this was the first model. When he started Castedosa, he launched his guitar brand with a baritone.
I mean, what a bold move. He's he knew. All in.
Yeah. But this one it's really fun. And we were talking about these pickups, the mini humbuckers are made for this guitar. They're not like just guitar mini humbuckers that have been thrown in here. They're wound specifically for baritone.
For this, so you can't. They're not Firebird pickups. They're not deluxe. There's nothing like that. It's like these are proprietary.
They're just mini hums wound for this sort of configuration.
No, that's awesome. Well, so if you guys have time, come to High Voltage. It was appointment only, but it's not now. You guys are just you open.
We're just open. We thought we could manage it with the pedal production, but we had a lot of people just walking in, and it never was a problem. So we're just gonna go for it.
That's cool. I should add. I'll add this in the beginning of the video too. But Zach also makes Mythos pedals. If you don't know that already, but make sure you come by High Voltage. Go to guitar stores. Yes. Just visit. Like, 'cause you find cool stuff.
You never know, and like you'll never truly know what it is that you want out of an instrument or an amplifier or a pedal if you just don't go play them. So
if you can play it yourself, and you, like I said, you go in wanting one thing and you find something totally different. You're like, I didn't even know I'd be walking out here with this thing. Whatever it is. I'm not walking out with this thing. Anyways, we can talk all day. So later. Thanks for having me over, man.
Glad you got to come by.
Yep, come by High Voltage. Woo! Okay, so let's recap this thing, because High Voltage Guitars is obviously an awesome shop. I love the vibe. As soon as you walk in there, you feel very welcome. Zach, Matthew, and Jeff, all you guys are incredible. I appreciate all of you. And I mean, just there's so many cool guitars that you don't see all over the place. I love their selection. The Frank Brothers, which was I didn't even know what to expect when I was playing it. And I'm like, wow, this is just an awesome guitar. That one really impressed me. Getting to play Rock Relics for the first time. That old Fender, I can't even think what it was. It was a Coronado. That thing was super, super vibey and cool. And then, of course, the Castedosa. That's the second time I played that thing. And I hadn't played any other guitars in the shop. I'd only played that one guitar before. And once again, I'm like, dude, this thing is phenomenal. What a great guitar. It's a baritone, but it's like the best baritone you ever play in your life. So it's pretty cool. So other than that, hopefully you guys dug this series. Like I said before, do me a huge favor, subscribe if you would. And I plan on going around to all the guitar stores, and maybe I'll have like a guest with me each time, or maybe I'll see some of you guys out there. That would be even cooler. So anyways, I'm a bouncing out of here, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and go to your local guitar shop, check stuff out, and more importantly, just play guitar. Later, homies.